What is a verb that means to be said by a computer machine? I have an app that allows users to type some text. When the user presses a button, the text the user just typed will be synthesized into speech. It's like a text-to-speech thingy. I always run into trouble introducing this to people. I want to say, the computer will underscore whatever text you typed out loud. I don't know what should be put into the underlying part. Say, sounds too casual and it doesn't seem computer-y. I want to emphasize that a computer is generating the speech. Does such a word exist?
If you are looking for a single word, verbalize works. Verbalize. To express in words, he couldn't verbalize his feelings. Dictionary.com. The computer will verbalize whatever text you typed out loud. There is a conflict of tense in the example sentence. I would rewrite it like the example that follows. As we are using verbalize out loud, is redundant, I would say, as common usage of the word relates to the spoken word. The computer will verbalize whatever text you type. Literally, however, the definition can be used in non-spoken context, as the Google definition implies. 1. Express ideas or feelings in words, especially by speaking out loud. They are unable to verbalize their real feelings too. Speak, especially at length and with little real content. The dangers of verbalizing about art. Google Dictionary. If you wanted to draw attention to the fact the computer is speaking out loud, I would move this closer to the verb and use aloud instead, like this. The computer will verbalize aloud whatever text you type.
As Erkelin said, the sentence, "the computer will read out loud whatever text you typed," is fine. The verb synthesize is the word I encounter most frequently in a technical context. That is the term used by developers of text-to-speech software and screen readers. Here are a few examples, emphasis added. The service synthesizes natural-sounding speech from input text in a variety of languages and voices that speak with appropriate cadence and intonation. IBM Watson Developer Cloud Text-to Speech. Unlike Festival, its startup time is very short, less than 25 milliseconds on a Pi 500 MHz, making it practical, on larger machines, to call it each time you need to synthesize something. Flight, a small, fast speech synthesis engine system. Documentation, like with the audio element, the playback of synthesized speech can be controlled with a playback UI, or by scripting. The text to synthesize can be specified in plain text, or in SSML. HTML text-to-speech, TTS, API specification draft. Specification. Normally this variable contains a list of two functions, a .synth and a .play, which will synthesize and play the resulting waveform. In this case, instead, we wish to predict the part of speech value and then print it out, and you can construct multi-part songs by synthesizing each part and generating waveforms, then combining them. The Festival Speech Synthesis System. Documentation, it contains no digital signal processing chip, but synthesizes words in real time in an 8 MHz NEC V20 microprocessor. Text-to-speech. Verbalize is also used. For example, emphasis added. Presently, screen readers are able to verbalize on-screen text using text-to-speech, TTS, synthesis. Sonically enhanced tabular screen reading. For example, though portable EU book readers can easily be built with the capability to verbalize the text of the EU books, they often are not. Retrofitting accessibility, the legal inequality of after-the-fact online access for persons with disabilities in the United States.
I would probably go with vocalize. 1. To give voice to utter. Specifically, sing to a. To make voiced rather than voiceless. Voice, Merriam-Webster. As in Gary's answer, verbalize could work just fine, but I feel vocalize has a bit more of an audible feel to it. At least for me. The computer will vocalize whatever text you typed. In this case, you wouldn't even need the parenthesized out loud to denote an audible reading of the text.
Computers typically perform input and output operations, with the user providing input and the computer providing output. In your case, I would say something like, the app will produce audio output of whatever you typed.
differentiate two